Welcome to Shyzabox. Here's your host.
Oh yeah! Hey everybody! Welcome to Shyzabox. Welcome one, welcome all. Thanks for coming out. We know why you're here. You've obviously watched everything else that was worth watching. Well, that sucks. No, it's free. What can you expect? Anyhow, we've got a fantastic show for you today, and by fantastic, we mean free, so you get what you pay for. Keep that in mind. Welcome to Shyzabox. Us here at Shyzabox, of course, are all things Xbox. We give you all the news and information, and even things that aren't really newsworthy or information-esque, to all ones of our viewers. Hi, Mom. So, without further ado, today we are talking about cloud gaming. That's right, you might be asking to yourself, why are you talking about cloud gaming now? It's like, well, we're glad that you made us ask ourselves. We're talking about cloud gaming now because we have actually been using it a lot more than we ever fathomed or thought that we possibly could or would. You might be saying like, well, yeah, that's because you download all this bullshit they keep putting out on Game Pass and you'll just keep deleting it anyway. Well, that's a fair enough point. There are a lot of tainted shit titles that they've released on Game Pass, but when you're all things Xbox like we are here at Shyzabox, you don't mind shelling out that monthly subscription to Game Pass, motherfuckers, right? You're going to keep paying that no matter what the, overall cost ends up being. And if you spend the equivalent of purchasing 2 or 3, now games in a year on average into the equation of what it costs per month to rent all of these, sub-mediocre titles and everything, and the perks that you get, like your weapon charms for Valorant and things of that nature, okay, or your skins for Overwatch 2, okay? All of those additional perks you get, you gotta kind of build those into the equation as well, because while, say in our case, we don't even play Valorant, the value is there. So there you go. Anyhow, cloud gaming, we're using it more now than we ever thought that we possibly would or could, and whether you're, a fan of having to download stuff or not, when you're using things like gaming on the cloud, as long as you're using a device, a peripheral, a apparatus that can consistently do it, and you're on a network that, has none of the connectivity or lag issues or anything like that, that would make it a play experience like that, definitely subpar or, less than anything anyone would want to embark on or even contend or put up with, okay? You definitely grasp the concept of how good the service actually can be when you don't have any of the little variables that negatively affecting it. Obviously. So let's reenact a call with how some, early cloud gaming was, between Phil Spencer and, some of his teams working on it. So, again, this is a little bit of conjecture, a few liberties taken and things of that nature, but, we'll just kind of take it and, in stride and go from there. In one parallel universe dimension reality, it's a potential possibility that this happened in a way, shape, or form. So, Phil Spencer's sitting there, he's got his hoodie on, and he's like, oh man, I think I'm tired of having people download shit. Let me take my hoodie off. I'm Phil Spencer. I'm too important to be downloading shit myself. Engineering department, pick up. This is Phil Spencer. Xbox engineering department reporting, Phil Spencer, sir. That's more like it. Do me a favor. I want you to reach out to a content creator, okay? And I want you to make cloud gaming and make it not suck. I am Phil Spencer. You will do what I command. Yes, sir, Phil Spencer. We'll do it right away, sir. All right. And scene, okay? So, Phil Spencer got on the horn and he's like, hey, engineering department, make this shit fucking awesome. And engineering's like, oh, hell yeah. Cloud gaming, motherfuckers. Hurry up, get on to the good part. There is no good part. It's the episode. Oh, yeah. So, money? No, we ask for money at the end. So, engineering then, at Xbox, they're over there and they're like, oh, well, Daddy Phil, he wants us to make some good gaming experiences in the cloud, huh? Well, we can definitely do that. Let's go ahead and do what he said. Let's call a content creator and see if they would like cloud gaming. So, they get on their Xbox phone and they're like, we'll dial a random number for any content creator anywhere out there. Oh, it's ringing. This must be the content creator we're looking for. And then we're sitting there on our day off and stuff, and we're like, this Shyzabox, what the fuck do you want? Oh God, not you guys, I'll get fired. Are you a sponsor? Fuck. And scene. Okay, so their first call didn't work out at the engineering department, and they were probably like, well, let's just make cloud gaming really good. So, are we personally responsible for cloud gaming? Well, if our hyperbolic conjecture and completely fabricated and made up, representation of what could have happened or transpired in an alternate reality or universe somewhere under some pretense or cause or condition or variable, okay? Then very possibly, yes, we kind of contributed to Game Pass is, kind of ability to run on a cloud gaming streaming service. So, whilst we didn't necessarily have a hand in it, in one way, shape, or form, if engineering had called us at some point in time to solicit, X, Y, or Z, and they realized they were talking to us and then they just got busy working, then that, very well could be. So, doesn't really matter. But the point is, when it's all said and done, is that things are flowing and going very nicely, man, as far as the offerings on gaming in the cloud. When you don't have to download file sizes that are, 10s to 20s to 30s to, well, even more than that, gigabytes in size, okay? You get up into the hundreds of gigabytes in size downloading some of these bigger titles and such, your Starfields and your Call of Duties, okay? Any of that's bigger titles and stuff, your other titles that are big in their gigabyte havingness, size file-wise, okay? We don't want to get too technical here, all right? After all, us here at Shyzabox, while we are all things Xbox, we want to appeal to the everyday, common player or person who might not even play, all right? That just needs a place to hang out at because, like we said, you've already watched everything else that you possibly could, and holy shit, if this wasn't the last possible option that you could have contended with, or put up with, or possibly clicked on, how your algorithms got you here, that's some explaining you're going to have to do to your spiritual leader, okay? So, cloud gaming, when you don't have the negative variables that can associate with it, that make it run negatively, and you don't have the downloads that you need to do in order to play the games, man, you can jump seamlessly from title to title at loading's notice and have a great time with it. And the more that we have utilized the service that we never really planned on using or wanted to use necessarily, because we know that when you have it downloaded, you actually are pulling from the files and such, right off of your hard drives or, your SSD drives and such as of times late. All right, as you're pulling stuff off there, you're getting it just a little bit faster usually than on a stream or a download and whatnot. But as technology is caught up and as, everything kind of just gradually moves that direction, man, it is fantastic to not have to download even a 10, 15, 20 gigabyte game in order to dabble with it or play it or just try it out. So that's what's fantastic about, Game Pass and stuff as well, on top of having to pay that monthly subscription, motherfuckers, right, to rent these titles, is that now with cloud gaming, you don't even have to download them to try them out, to realize that, hey, maybe they shouldn't have released this, or hey, looks like they fucked up this one again, or hey, why did they end up closing this studio down, or hey, how did they fuck up this title too? Okay, so all of those things that just kind of line up and start coming down the, life timeline pipeline, okay, for your gaming endeavors and experiences and things of that nature. You just kind of are able to jump right in seamlessly. And it's fantastic. You don't have to worry about all the other stuff. What you do have to worry about is how much you have destroyed our grass where you are standing on it. Yep, obviously. I see footprints. You owe us money. Yes, you owe it for ruining our grass. Get off our lawn. Have a good one, you probably didn't. We'll catch you next time. Probably won't.